I'll be totally honest. I'm not good at these kinds of games. I don't usually play Metroidvanias, but Silksong had so much hype going for it that I had to give it a shot. Widely regarded as one of the greatest Metroidvanias of all time, the original set a high bar. Now, after 7 years in development, Team Cherry returns to the spotlight with Hollow Knight Silksong. Now, I'm not totally new to these kinds of games. I've played stuff like Inside, Guacamelee, Rayman Legends, and Limbo, but honestly, I never end up finishing them because of how much skill they demand. And yeah, Silksong definitely feels the same. So if you're like me, you might be asking the question, is Silksong still worth it for players like us? What value does it provide outside its existing hardcore fanbase? Well, I tried it, and here's my thoughts. What really caught my eye and made me want to try this game in the first place has got to be its beautiful aesthetics. This game is absolutely stunning, and you can totally credit that to the art style. It feels like a living, breathing painting. It's so expressive and moving. From glowing caves to creepy forests to fiery biomes, everything feels so alive. I would have never guessed it, but this game have things like civilizations, settlements, and towns that you can explore. That was the moment I realized buying this game wasn't a waste of money. There's so much here that's really appealing for someone like me. There are little bits of story and lore scattered around, but you don't even have to hunt for them. The environment itself tells the story. This game has so much heart, and the atmosphere totally hooked me right away. At times, it felt really cozy, honestly. It's a perfect winter morning game that's coming soon here in my country. What adds to that is the music. It is haunting at first, but also relaxing, adding so much depth to the overall experience and tension during those heart-stopping boss fights. Now, of course, for newcomers like me to this kind of game, the world can be really confusing. I kept getting lost everywhere and wasn't sure what to follow next. It felt like I was running in circles. But strangely, there's a certain charm in that feeling as well. And can I just also say, it's so refreshing to play a game that runs at like 400 plus FPS at 1440p on my RTX 2060. My system is pretty dated for unoptimized new games, but this was just a joy to play. Now talking about something that's not just a joy to play, the gameplay. My god, this game is tough. Initially, I even struggled to understand how to land attacks effectively. Each enemy type is distinct and unpredictable, and even a single touch costs you significant health loss. Every single boss fight brings something new to the table, but what's not new is just how many times I died. I got stuck in one area like 10 to 15 times, but as I played more and more, I started to understand the gameplay. Growth comes very naturally, and the small upgrades and abilities add to that sense of progression. The game has a challenging yet rewarding learning curve. Defeating bosses after so many trials and errors is fulfilling, and it made me realize why these games are so beloved. I finally understood why enthusiasts of this genre are so passionate. The experience can be utterly captivating. The gameplay is king here, or maybe I should say queen. Hornet, the character, is super fun to play as. Her movement is super fast and responsive, and honestly, the game never missed a beat. Every time I died, it was 100% my fault. That being said, this game isn't really for someone like me. Without giving anything away, I had to call it quits after about 4 to 5 hours. It was just way beyond my skill level. Frustration started creeping in when I hit some really tough bosses, and I knew it was time to step away. But honestly, the hours I spent in this game were so charming. These games are perfect for what they are, and I can't even sit here and list flaws. I know that might annoy the hardcore fans, but I just wish it had lower difficulty options and better accessibility for noobs like me. I really want to explore the world and its stories without the gameplay feeling like a burden. There are also these little side quests, errands, and hidden areas to discover, and honestly, I really enjoyed stumbling across them. This game is definitely in the running for Game of the Year, right alongside Expedition 33, based on how much I put into it. Of course, it's not my personal Game of the Year, but I'm not living under a rock. I know what's going on in the gaming community, and everyone just loves and adores this game, and I'm totally rooting for them. I always cheer for small studios, and it would be such a great story if a small indie dev like Team Cherry won. To wrap it up, Hollow Knight Silksong is charming, beautiful, and super rewarding, though extremely tough. It's definitely intimidating for newcomers like us, but I'd still recommend it. If you stick with it and have a little more patience than I do, the gameplay is so strong, it will keep you hooked. Like I said, the gameplay isn't unfair at all. It's just tough. You know what I mean, right? They've given you everything you need to actually ace it if you put in the work. If you stick with it and improve, you can definitely ace it. And of course, the art style and the world you get to explore here are just amazing. For gamers like me who care about the experience, the visuals, the presentation, the lore, the immersion in their games, there's a lot to enjoy here, even if you don't get to beat the game like me. So that's my noob take. I tried a slightly different game than usual, so let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it and if I should do more of these once in a while. And if you are a noob like me, hyped about trying this game, I want to hear from you too. As always, thank you for your time. Rax Plays, signing off. Yes,